You're not just struggling, you're repeating. Same sin, same regret, same prayer. And it's starting to feel fake. You fall, and before your mind can even process what happened, your mouth already knows the script. God, I'm sorry.
Forgive me.
I
for
won't do
have
it
sinned.
again.
I carry
But
this heavy
deep
burden
down,
of guilt.
you don't
Please
even
grant me
believe
peace.
yourself anymore. And that's the part no one talks about. Because the real fear isn't the sin. It's this thought. What if my repentance doesn't count anymore? What if God is tired of me? Listen carefully. God is not exhausted by forgiving you, but something else is keeping you stuck. And it's not what you think. You've been taught to fight sin the wrong way.
God is tired
Most
of me.
people treat sin like a behavior problem. So they try harder. They resist. They suppress. They make promises. They rely on willpower.
No, I can't give in!
But willpower is a
Get out
trap.
of my head!
Because whatever
I
you
won't let you
constantly
win!
focus on, you
Don't
slowly
do it!
move toward. Think about it. The more you say, don't do it, don't do it, the more your mind is locked onto it. And eventually, you collapse
No, I
right
must
back
resist
into
this
it.
temptation.
That's not
But
failure.
its pull is so
That's a
strong.
broken
Just a little
strategy.
closer.
The Apostle Paul described this exact battle, not in theory, but in frustration. I don't do the good I want to do, but the evil I hate, I keep doing.
Follow the path.
Embrace
That's
the
not
darkness.
weakness.
I don't know
That's
which way to go.
humanity.
Choose goodness.
But
Give
here's
into
where it
power.
gets dangerous. If your entire faith becomes, try harder, be better, stop failing, then you're not walking in freedom. You're living in a loop. And that loop is powered by one thing, self-effort. Let me say something that might shock you. Trying harder is not what sets you free. In fact, it might be the very thing keeping you bound. Because willpower works, for a moment. Just like holding your breath underwater. You can resist for a while. You might even feel strong. But eventually, pressure builds. And you break. Not because you're weak, but because you were never designed
What
to
was
win
that?
that way.
Hello?
So if trying
Is anyone
harder
there?
doesn't work,
Who
what
am I?
does?
This doesn't make
You don't
sense.
need more effort.
Am I losing my mind?
You need a new
What is
identity.
happening to me?
Let me ask you something
This is the old you,
strange.
burdened by the
How do you
past.
tempt
And
a
this
dead
is the
man?
new you, full of
You can
life.
offer him everything. Money, pleasure, power. He doesn't respond. Why? Because he's no longer connected to it. And this is where everything changes. The problem isn't just what you're doing. The problem is what you believe about yourself. You think you're a sinner trying to
It's
become
pulling me
better.
back. I can't let go.
But the truth
The
is,
temptation is still
you
there
are
haunting
someone
me.
made new, who keeps listening to an old voice. That version of you, the one enslaved to sin, is already gone. But you keep going back, like he's still alive. This is why you feel stuck, because you're fighting for a new identity, instead of fighting from one. Temptation doesn't disappear. Let's be real. It still feels strong. It still pulls. It still whispers. Why? Because even though its authority is broken, its presence is still there. Think of it like gravity. You can't remove gravity. It's always pulling you down. But
I
airplanes
feel
don't
so
defeat
lost right
gravity.
now. I'm here.
By
we'll find a
fighting
way
it.
together.
They
Thank
rise
you.
above
That means
it
a lot.
by operating under a higher law. And this is what most people miss. You don't overcome sin by resisting harder. You overcome it by living from something stronger. But there's something else, something most people avoid. You cannot win this battle in isolation. Because secrets feed cycles. What stays hidden stays powerful. And what stays in the dark never gets broken. This is why repeating "I'm sorry" isn't enough. Because you're treating forgiveness like something you need to earn back, instead of something that's already been given. There's a difference between guilt and transformation. Guilt says, "I'm worthless." Transformation says, "That's not who I am anymore."
It's open.
So next
No,
time you
this can't be
fall,
real.
don't just collapse into shame. Stand up and speak truth, not emotion, not fear. Truth. God, I confess this, but this is not who I am anymore. That version of me
Don't go!
is gone.
Please come back to me!
I choose to walk differently now. Because you're not trying to unlock freedom. The door is already open. You've just been staring at chains that aren't even there anymore. For too long, you've been fighting like a prisoner, trying to escape, trying to prove yourself, trying to earn your way out. But the gospel says something completely different. You're already free. So when temptation comes again, and it will, remember this: that old version of you doesn't get a vote anymore.